I inherited this ranch through my grandfather's trust in 1984. Some of this has been in the family since 1900. And when I took control of the ranch, it was covered in cedar trees, and I had to find the ranch before I knew what I had. So I got pretty aggressive with control burns. I was one of the first that really addressed the cedar situation in Barber County. It's breaking that fire culture that we had. If it's a fire, we got to put it out. Well, we've demonstrated we can manage our fires for the betterment of the range. That's how this range developed, is with periodic fires. I have noticed on the 16 fire that we call Anderson Creek that this ranch recovered faster than the ranches around. And I think it was because our plants were used to fire. 16 burnt the whole ranch in 3 hours, but our plants recovered. The ranch at one time, when I took it over in '84, there was about 3,000 acres of it that had a 70 to 75% canopy cover of cedars. And since 2016, when Anderson Creek came, and after Brian finished with the machine, it's well under 1%. That's humongous. I mean, that fire, nature set the reset button on her ecological state. A small size 4-inch cedar tree can drink 20, 30 gallons of water a day. And underneath the umbrella of that tree, no water hits the ground if we have a ½ inch of rain. And getting rid of the cedar trees was just a bonus for custom grazing because I could run more cattle. That's what I noticed immediately when we started eliminating the cedar trees.
Prior to the Anderson Creek wildfire, a lot of the hillsides were clean. I was left with a lot of low areas, a lot of canyons that had cedar trees in them, and I made a commitment that that's what I was going to go after. And over the course of cleaning out a lot of canyons, we've uncovered a lot of water and regenerated a lot of springs. The clean water doesn't so much affect operations on this ranch any farther than you can see past the cattle drinking. But it's an ecological service. It's a service to man, it's a service to the planet to keep that water clean and to make sure that that water is as clean as possible when it leaves my ranch. I want to grow as much grass as I can, I want my creeks to be healthy, and I want to raise healthy food.
We've got species at risk. A lot of the rangeland birds are at risk. Our soil health, that's a very important product of our goods and services that we as ranchers can give to the community. The amount of water this ranch captures is 70% of all rain that falls on this ranch. That's hundreds of thousands of gallons of water a year on this ranch, and now we're getting it over 150,000 acres. It was sometime in the 05-06 period that Brian expressed some interest.
When I was getting out of the Navy, I talked to Dad and he said, well, come back here and I'll help you get back on your feet and see if you like the ranch and want to stay, and we'll make a plan.
I could show Brian the economics, but it had to be his decision on what he was doing, and this is how we phased it in.
We worked on a succession plan, and in 2008 I took over management of the first of the 3 cells on the ranch. Learned everything that he could teach me about the ranch and range management and grasses and fords and cattle. He gave me a very good foundation to work on and continue my education with holistic management and ranching for profit.
When Brian comes to me with ideas, I look at it and I go, this is an open book. It's your book now to write, not mine. I've written my book. It's up to him to write his book now.
I'm grateful that we did have a plan and I at least have a direction to go. I got started on a good path, and Dad he helped me start off with a lot of really good tools in my management toolbox to set me up for long-term success. The body of work that he's done over the last 30 years, that has impacts throughout the state. That I think it's tremendous that he's been able to do those things.
Over the years, the ranch has received numerous recognition for management and what I've done as far as wildlife management. And when the Leopold came up and I applied for it and got it, the rest of the awards were nice feathers in my hat, but the Leopold was kind of the crowning jewel.
I'm very proud of my father for being selected as a Leopold Award winner. I'm very proud to be a part of the operation and being able to continue the operation and move it forward into the future.